everybody, Skitten here. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. If you don't know anything about me, I'm a longtime BTS fan. I have a psychology degree, and this is my first Enhypen comeback. Now, I've been going through their albums chronologically. I know this kind of disrupts the flow a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna be checking out Bloody Paradise today, and I'm really excited to just get right into it. So I'm gonna watch any sort of trailers or concepts, and then the music video. So let's just start there. Okay, so I am gonna start with the Symbolism, the trailer, so just so I can get an idea of what's going on here. It seems very dark, very somber. I wish things could stay just like this, I think that caption said.
곁에 있어줄게. There seems to be a lot going on, so they seem to be maybe being tracked by someone. There's a tracker on her neck. There's a woman here now. Unsure if this is supposed to be the continuation with Suha or just a representation of the fans or something in general. But it seems to go from darker times to lighter times as they've done in previous albums, so I'm curious. Oh my. Visuals, the visuals. This is really interesting. There's so much happening. There's so much symbolism happening with they're in this sort of dilapidated building. There was a full moon. And then there was this apple symbolism with the sort of Garden Eden, life and death. There was a bloomed dandelion. And I think here at the end, Nikki's holding dandelions. And the caption is, when the sun rises, will we finally lose each other? When the sun rises, we'll always be together. So dandelions in this context, these are alive, they're in a pot. They symbolize resilience, hope, transformation usually, because they go from the pretty yellow flower to the sort of dandelion puff that you make a wish on and it scatters into the wind. So it could be symbolic for letting go or wishing for something more or just resilience in general, because dandelions are often seen as a sort of pest or a weed, so that's an interesting symbolic choice. Oh, okay. And also with choosing the dandelion as their flower of choice, usually that represents the sun, right? Where they can only grow in the sun, typically. And the puff of the dandelion could represent the moon, so this sort of duality, I think, is really intentional, since they kept showing the flower. But there seems to be a storyline going on. They've discovered the location, there's a woman, and they seem to know that they're being tracked or followed or something is going to happen, but they aren't relenting. So I'm assuming that's going to be the theme for the music video. We'll have to find out. So we're going into the official teaser number 1. Hello. Delinquents.
We're going MIA.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Just some quick shots from, I'm assuming, the music video. Who was that? Was that Nikki with the hammer? My goodness, look at him. Alright, okay. The scene with handcuffs, prison uniforms, interesting, alright. Okay, hit me with the second one.
In a bloody paradise.
Oh no. Oh, they look so cool, okay. Man, that shot is insane. Who is that? Is that Jay up in front? I'm not prepared. I'm never prepared. One can never be prepared for an Enhypen video, but these short 30 seconds of the two like teasers together. Yeah. Yep. Alright, so we're finally getting into the music video. Now keep in mind, I have not seen anything from The Sin Vanish, I believe was the album before this. So this album being The Sin Bliss, I'm assuming has similar themes or concepts or maybe like an overarching storyline that I might not catch at first, but that's okay. Because sometimes you gotta go insane to stay sane, so here we are, let's get into it. Ooh, where are we?
We're going MIA. I picture you. They feel like dominoes. We don't more than good, yo. I'm on a
Oh my god.
손잡고 어디로 더 이상 dominoes. Rap fever coming up. We're going MIA. 빨갛게 핀 모든 술은 타이.
Oh my god.
Reckless king in dead we're bye-bye. Love is spinning when you're by my side. You don't care what we take. Oh, fair fight. Come touch me, body, body. 때까지 우리 come touch me, body, body.
Sinners.
Come touch me, body.
Nikki.
때까지 우리 come touch me, body, body. In a bloody paradise.
Ooh, the whisper. Okay, keep in mind, I'm just gonna watch this whole thing because it's like 2 minutes long and I'm gonna save my thoughts for the second watch through I'm gonna have, so stick around for that. Nikki though, oh my gosh. Are we about to have like a Nikki solo part?
음악을 누르고 we felt like dominoes. 네 모든 걸 가지고 이 밤을 기억해요. 시간은 흐르고 사랑은 permanent.
The burner phone?
Coming up, we're going MIA. 빨갛게 핀 모든 술은 타이 dry. Heart is reckless, skin you dead and we're bye-bye. Love is spinning when you're by my side. Hey, watch me take off and fly. You wanna come touch me, body, body.
The transition!
때까지 우리 come touch me, body, body. In a bloody paradise. Come touch me, body, body.
Oh my god! Dave! Ah!
Body, body.
Oh my god! Are you kidding me? Oh, the dance practice to this is gonna be so nasty. Oh my god. Sorry, okay, I'm focused. I'm locked in.
때까지 우리 come touch me, body, body. In a bloody paradise. Fly, yeah, 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 yeah. Fly, yeah, 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 yeah. Fly, yeah, 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 yeah. Do your things like that.
Cool.
Control it. Shh, it's a moment. Shh, control it. Shh.
That's how it ends. Oh my goodness. Okay. I love songs that have whisper parts in them. I don't know why. That's so like random and niche, but I love it. It was so short. I feel like that's just a trend now for some reason to make these short songs. Maybe in a TikTok kind of format, but I don't hate that. Okay, right off the bat, it's giving major like South American Latin vibes with the beat, the drums, the energetic kind of dance that's going on. We seem to be in a South American country that's very tropical or sunny. And we're starting off in this prison, and from that trailer at the beginning, they said they were being tracked, they were wanted for something, for some reason, probably having to do with that woman or whatever she represented, and they apparently got caught. So the lyrics, you know, we're going MIA. They seem to be right where they want to be, okay? Like, this doesn't seem to be something that they're dreading. And even in this prison, there's no guards. There's no people standing up to them. They all seem to be looking up to them in a way. So it could be a metaphorical prison, a prison of the mind where, you know, we're going back to this vampire theme yet again. We're keeping it alive. And whether this prison is a construct of their minds where they feel they need to be trapped or keep themselves held back from this, you know, like red fever of letting their instincts or their powers out or doing things they're not supposed to do. It could full circle to that, or this could just be a literal real prison that they're trying to break free from. But it doesn't seem very hard for them to break free from this place, okay? And we're calling it a bloody paradise. And in their past albums, they introduced an idea of a paradox. So love is spinning when you're by my side. They're framing it as a bloody paradise. So to me, this feels like a paradoxal kind of romance where they're gonna leave together, they're gonna go off the grid. What better place, you know, than South America to evade the police or your problems? It's something that's reckless, but they're going hand in hand or side by side with maybe like a love interest or someone else or the woman from before, but they're gonna take off and fly. And the party scene, okay, so it contrasts this sort of violent, dangerous reality that they are currently in, but find a sort of freedom or paradise when they're with one another. Sort of like finding comfort in chaos or something that's out of your control, but you're gonna ignore it and you're gonna go party, right? Until the sunrise, you and me, huh? Okay, so the vampire theme, because, you know, once the sun rises, they'll die, right? Or they'll get caught again, potentially. It does feel kind of symbolic with them, like, leaving this prison, but they still have kept, like, the handcuffs. There's that scene where I think Nikki, like, is symbolically and physically literally breaking down this wall, this perfect image of this paradise that they're thinking of. And then it goes out to, like, a literal, almost, place. Something like a manifestation of what they're thinking of. So I do think they're doing a good job of kind of portraying it without really saying what they're trying to do. Just that they're in something so deep that they're not trying to leave it is essentially what I'm taking from this. Ooh, but let's talk about the burner phone and this transition at the end here. So it seems to be something that they're all aware of. And if this is, you know, like the Brazilian kind of funk thing I was going with in the first place, Brazil in particular, or just I guess South America, is very famous for its nightlife. So they have like these beach clubs, these massive clubs that just stay open until dawn. So I think that could be a shout out to that, where they're not criminals here, right? Like nobody knows them, nobody cares. They're just, you know, like 6 guys on the run from something, but tonight it's just you and them, and they're gonna dance like it doesn't matter. They're gonna go to this street party and nobody's gonna know they're vampires, and it's just all the problems will be put off, right? Because even here where it's like them flying or like this sort of high you get from a party or a crowd or being in a place like this where it's so energetic, you just lose yourself in the moment almost, calling back to their vampire powers. Like, you can't control it, it's a moment and they all fall down. Sort of like in Drunk Dazed, perhaps, where it doesn't outright say that they took out their party guests or anything like that, but this does feel similar. But what if we watch it again just for the culture, okay? Just one more time. One more time for the ladies.
We're going MIAU. Our pictures are real. They feel like dominoes. We don't more than good, you know. I'm not a word, yeah, you know.
What was he eating? Red blood on my suit and tie. I wonder if that's like a criminal boss kind of shout out, you know, in The Big Bad. The main guy is always wearing a suit and tie. Like, they're in charge now, like, get in the car, drive, or it could just be a call out to not everything is perfect. You know, in this world, they might be in a suit and tie, but it's stained with blood. Interesting. part in this song. Just wow. Wow.
We going higher. 음악을 누르고 we felt like dominoes. 네 모든 걸 가지고 이 밤을 기억해요. 시간은 흐르고 사랑은 permanent. The sun is coming up. We're going higher.
Love's permanent. The sun's coming up. So, you know, vampires obviously die in the sunlight. And in that sort of teaser trailer that was before this with the dandelion thing, where they were talking about the sun, that even as the sun rised, they'd still be together. So love is permanent, but also death is permanent. So it could be a together forever, no matter what kind of situation. Sunner, though. I did not notice that dance move before. Sir, what are we doing? What are we doing in this dance? Oh, they're holding their, like, legs or something. Okay. Woo, okay. I just, you know, how do I make this a normal conversation now? The dance practice, I need it immediately. I don't know why the whisper part is my favorite part of the song. Yeah, I really like that. I like that it's different and they're sort of going for a more upbeat or different vibe.
So I'm gonna leave the video here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any more Enhypen content or any other group content that you want me to check out, feel free to leave it down in the comments below. I do read all your comments and I do take all your suggestions into consideration. I mean, that's how I ended up here, so I've been having a good time going through Enhypen's discography, and it really does mean a lot to me that you guys are here and willing to help me through this. I know I came at a sort of weird time where things are changing and I'm just catching up to everybody else where the group is now. So it is unfortunate, but I am really grateful to the NGs who wanted to accept me so wholeheartedly into this fandom. And I do have a whole list of things I'm about to get to, a ton of content where we're going to do covers and more album reviews and go through all of their discography and other groups, so it's going to be an adventure. If you want to come along for the ride, feel free. I do have a Patreon, the link is in the description below. It is free. I'm watching Eat, Sleep, and Endive, so if you just, you know, want to pop over there and join the conversation or see what we're doing. I usually have conversations with people after each episode and we kind of get into it and it's fun over there, so. But I genuinely do appreciate every single one of you and everybody who shows up and, you know, likes, comments, subscribes. It really does mean a lot to me and it really does help me out. And I'm just happy to be checking out Enhypen content, honestly. So this has been Skitten here, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Bye bye!